All right, today's adventure. Brent's gone. I was giving him a hand this morning and, well, said S10 is pretty much blown apart. He's got his motor and the wiring and whatever he needed. The thing did have an auto, which I believe is a 60E, so I'm kind of mixed on this. I don't know if that's like, I know the Chevy 60 transmissions, you can take the bell housing off. So I'm wondering if this thing is the same as a regular V8 one. To do a little bit of research on that and find out. So, anyways, today's plan, start doing a little more work on this. I haven't touched this thing yet, so I got to do that really quick. Give it a little slice. I think it just needs to, I need a slice and I just got to find a nice look. You know, the other side's got a little wrinkles, but this one I just totally hooped. Anyways, once I do that, we're going to come back in. I guess I'm going to start here and actually do this flush mount thing that I wanted to do. We'll get that out of the way really quick. I'll probably just laser the roof here, get that done, because that was the only part of the car I hadn't done, because it was just sitting on that table and whatnot way back. So I want to get that out of the way and then clean this stuff up, get the nails and stuff out. I'm probably going to pull all the wood out of this thing, because I don't think I need any of it. It'll be pretty strong when I'm done, seeing how I've welded everything up. But yeah, we'll start with that and then come in and try to build this thing, which is going to involve me doing a whole lot of milling, I think. So that's inevitable, but it's soon to come. Yeah, that's about where we're at. So just going to get started then. mint. So that took a little over an hour to do. I kind of feel I should have like tacked them and done both at the same time, because then it would have only taken an hour to do one instead of 2 hours. That, and I was using one, I'm gonna try a bigger doodad for cutting this, but anyways, we took a 1/4 inch off. It looks like it's pretty much bang on. So the idea here is I want to go around like that along this whole edge. I guess I can get it about 1 inch or 2 shy. I'm going to quickly do one more of these because that sort of works. I got to do a little bit of funny business back here to get these to line up over on this side, and then we'll kind of bend this over. Just clamp this sucker on here and buzz it in. I don't think I'm going to weld it solid. I'll probably stitch it every inch. I think that's going to be plenty for what this is, because we are going to have to schmooze it, so it's not like anything's metal finished on here. Anywho, that thing's set up. I'm going to do one more of these, and then we'll start tacking her on there. Got our new Fandangle molded drip rails. This one, I don't really understand what happened. It looks like the whole mill kind of just dipped, and I don't really know why. I was doing here and I was just doing a slow climb down, so I don't know if my somehow something came loose or what. But anyways, top is good. It'll be fine. It just kind of got chunked up and I wasn't sure what was going on. So I have to straighten this rail out, but now we got our 2 new rails, and I think that took me like 2 hours sitting on the mill to do that. So to be quite honest, I think if I made a die or did something, I'd probably be 2 hours just making the die, let alone trying to run it through a power hammer or some kind of machine. So I think I'm ahead. I mean, whatever. It was very hard work. I was just babysitting it while it was doing its thing here. So anywho, they look fine. So next step is, I'm probably got, because I got the 1 drip rail, I'm going to use it just as a template because I want to heat those other ones up and follow this edge on it so I can kind of make them the same. I'm not too worried about the top. I just need this curve. So I think if I clamp this down, get all the nails out, clamp this down, I can kind of run one of these and just follow the profile, and then I should be pretty close that I can just stick it straight on and just start zapping it onto the car. well. That overall worked well. So I'm pretty happy. I think this will need a little more tweaking on the car, but this side turned out pretty good. I think I'll end up pretty much welding most of it. It's on a good curve. I can just give her, you can see what we're shooting for. So once it's filled, like there's a little bit of a transition, like we'll run the grinder through it, but I don't think it'll take much Bondo just to make it look nice. Still got a bit of wood in there. I think we're going to be blasting the car yet again, because I think by the time I get these little, I'm going to pull, when I do that side, I'm going to pull the wood out. This one here's, well, I'm actually going to pull the wood out after as well, but, or before I finish welding, I'm going to get the wood out, but hey, it's starting to make sense. It's starting to look pretty cool. It's not a drip rail, but it's pretty interesting. I dig it. I'm going to grind that flush. We'll kind of curve the edges a little, get that little blended in. I think it'll be pretty mint. I like it. I feel it's the easiest way to do that, so very minimal effort. Anyways, when we get up to the front, I'm going to like finish this off, and I'll probably blend this to nothing. It's kind of the plan there. Anyways, I'm basically all we're going to do is just keep going. I'm going to weld the other side up, get that done. I got some parts in today. So we got our elbows that I wanted. So I got some 3-inch elbows. We got some fuel line. I got a neat little boat filler. So what we're going to do with our fuel tank, whatever we do there, well, I kind of have an idea. So that's coming. So then I have a 4 to 3. So that'll go there. This will go on to there. I think I might need to add a little bit into here, because I think by the time I get this to come around the back, like whatever's in the middle, it's going to be too tight. So I'll have to 3-inch that thing somewhere there. I think that's 3-inch there. It's stainless. It's all you get really on Amazon, and I guess if it was polished it would look cool, but I don't really care. I'll just put some paint on it or something. But yeah, we'll be able to nicely finish that around. And then because of the way this is, I did a really big honking 4-inch dealio on there, and this should fit. So basically I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to put this way down there, and then we'll have one of these onto there, and yeah, it's all going to make sense. Hopefully it'll make sense. Anyways, back to some welding. Well, a couple hours later, look what we got. From here it looks great. Actually, it looks okay up close too. It's just, it basically doesn't have this nice line to it, but for me it's just going to be a finger of some fiberglass or whatever, and just sand that out, and ta-da, got a nice little body line. So I really didn't have to weld that fully like I did. I just felt like, I don't know, I just got carried away. That's what I do. So I welded it way too much. Is there such a thing as too much? I don't think so, but I was going to stitch it, and then I just decided to weld it fully, so it kind of, I won't need as much fill on it or anything. I don't have to worry about it possibly cracking in that spot. So anyways, that is done. I don't know if I want to start this tonight. I think I'm going to start this. I like to do this little filler piece. I'll get rid of these. I don't know what they do, but they're not going to do nothing once I cut them off. Yeah, we're going to do a little filler piece in there, and then I think that is it for body mods that I want to do. I believe, like that part kind of just came. I was just seeing a picture or video or something of one like that. So that happened, so I did that. There's still stuff at the roof. I still haven't touched this. I know. I just got sidetracked and started hammering on everything else. But yeah, like I say, that's it for body mods. I mean, we have to tackle our windshield yet. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. This is my plan, other than I'm running 14s and 15s. So I found on Marketplace a set of 14s, these moon caps. So I really want to run artillery wheels, but for, I don't know what they are. I think they're over 400 US a piece. A little out of the price range there. I just bought some rubber, and that was pretty expensive. So I'm cool with steel wheels. This thing I think will give me a nice, I don't know, it's kind of originally what I wanted to do was just some moon discs. You have to imagine a 15 with a much taller tire in the back, but this is, I'm hoping the tire in the front. I'm not doing white walls, we're just doing black walls. Like it's kind of like a hot rod, so that's, I don't know why. I don't really like white walls on a hot rod. I don't know, my thing. I think it needs, I do love the pie crust, don't get me wrong there. But I think, well, this thing needs more than a little skinny tire. I'm gonna have a lot of motor there. So anyways, I'm gonna clean up, and possibly I'm gonna start on that tonight, but maybe that'll be tomorrow's project. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, trying something different. Holy. Okay, it's actually working really aggressively. Okay, so calm down a little bit here, but I'm trying to get this thing to follow the contour of the roof around, because if I try to put it as it sits, it's going to start bowing up around the, I'll show you. So what I'm trying to do is get this thing, even then I don't know if this is going to work. I want to have this sitting flush, and I'm going to weld this up. So if I get this contour all going, I should be pretty close. Like here you can see I got to do a little more. So I'll try that right away here. So I'm trying to make this, oh, it is working pretty good. So if I didn't do any of this, what would happen here is if I was just to pull this around the corner, you'll see it just wants to stand up on top of itself. So I am taking this whole piece and we're going to stretch and shrink it, and hopefully it'll lay down really nice and flat that we can just bridge across these, weld the two sides, and we'll have a nice smooth transition on top here. All right. Oh, cue the time lapse again. Well, I think we're doing pretty good here. Fix my brow. Still looks a little wonky, but we'll just fill it to make it look the best, I guess. But I'm pretty happy with this whole edge. This thing's gone. Yeah, all the looks are making it here. Took out some of the wood. This needs a little bit of tweaking back here. We got to bring this down a little, but that brace will go out, and then like hopefully what we can do is just stick a big wad of like wood in here just to fill this up, and then maybe like a soft top. At least, actually, like I want a soft top, like a vinyl top. I have like a tonneau cover over there, so I think that'll fit like a good look for the darn thing. But yeah, I got a buddy of mine who says he'll do the wood for me, so we'll see how that goes. I still got a bunch of stuff to do before then, but I did, like I showed before, I got some of the stuff for my supercharger. So I'm thinking next I want to work on that and open this thing up and have a look inside. I know we've had the heads off, but I want to go through it. I think I have a junk motor here, so I have the parts and pieces that I need just to basically clean this thing up, seal it up, and hopefully get that thing on it. That'd be pretty awesome. I don't know. Maybe even try to fire it on a stand. I don't really know if I'm capable of, if I got all the bits to do that, but it'd be pretty cool to see. But anyways, I'm thinking that'll be the next round. I'm thinking we're kind of done all the body mods. There's only one thing left that I wanted to do, and I'm thinking, the more I keep thinking about this side fender, this little hood thing I want to make, and it just doesn't make sense that it goes here and then comes down into this. So what I think I'm going to do is off these fenders, I'll get the fenders on, and then I'll probably just like square this thing off so it attaches to the body that way. I don't know. I think that'd be the cleanest, because then it's just a very simple square hood side louvered up that I can open, and that would work for that. But that is for the next round for trials there. But I think that's the last of the major body mods. I think there's some stuff I want to do with the steering column, some things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think the body's more or less finished all the major modding to it anyways. But yeah, I'm thinking that is where we are going to leave this one. Going to have a little weekend away here, or just a weekend to hang out by the pond and do some stuff. So I think that's coming up here. Anyways, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.